Hello and welcome back to Banished. We left off last week in our town of Beaverlot, and as you guys saw, I just kind of got the town started. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. It'll give you kind of more of an idea of how this game is played. But we got through our first year pretty decently. We didn't really have anyone die. And we've got a nice little town set up. I've got, as you can see, a crop field, some good stockpiles going, several houses. We have a woodcutter here. That's a gathering hut. Out here we have a hunting cabin. And at the end of last episode, I also built a fishing dock. Now, I kind of realized that I may have built too many houses too soon. The problem with building too many houses is your population will go up faster the more houses you have, and when the society is still stockpiling resources and stuff like that, you don't want to have too many citizens because obviously you won't have enough supplies to take care of everyone. So I think what we're going to focus on this episode is stockpiling more resources. It's really helpful that we finally got some fish, because the fishing dock is actually probably one of the best ways to accumulate food, aside from, I think, a crop field or livestock, but we started on the medium difficulty, so they don't provide livestock to you. So this episode I am going to hopefully get some more supplies built up and see if we can expand our village a little bit. These deer, man, they are just chilling right outside my hunting zone. It's like they know. Rude. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, we have everyone assigned to jobs currently. We are up to 19 people, and we're in spring of year 2. The average happiness of my citizens is still at a 5. The average health has gone down to a 4. So maybe we can look into building, what's it at? Not a hospital, because they're huge. But there's like an herbalist you can build. Yeah, and he helps to, like, he kind of just helps to, like, keep the health of the citizens a little bit higher. So maybe we can build an herbalist. Let's see. So we'll put that there. And now I'm going to need some builders, which means I'm going to have to unassign somebody. Who should I unassign? I guess we don't need the woodcutter for a moment. So when that happened, I don't know if you noticed, but a question mark popped up over the woodcutter. Basically, that's the game's way of saying, hey, we don't have anyone working this building. So the woodcutter ceases to function when I unassign the person from that building. I'm not terribly concerned at the moment, because if you look at our stockpile, we have a few piles of firewood going on. What are you doing? Okay, so she's a gatherer. See, she just gathered some mushrooms for us, which was very kind of her. What are you doing? Hunter. Colonel is working. You don't look like you're working, man. Okay. Got caught slacking, so you're gonna go kill these deer, right? Right? Or just walk right past them. That's cool too. You suck at your job, man. What are you doing? Hunter. Antoinette is also working. Are you gonna come kill these deer? she's also slacking. Alright, so anyway, we are going to fast forward a little bit. Okay, so we have an herbalist now. It's actually kind of cool looking building. So what I want to do is we're going to have to reassign somebody to be an herbalist. I'm going to assign one of the gatherers to be an herbalist. Actually, I almost feel like we need more people. So I'm going to build another house. Okay, and we're going to fast forward a little bit again. So it's already early autumn, and our people are... no, not what I wanted to do. Our people are already clearing our fields, so that's nice. As you can see from the beginning of the year, we do have, I feel, a decent stockpile of food at this point. We've got 290 venison, 283 squash, 295 fish. We also have some coats, which is nice, because that helps keep the citizens warm in the winter. And we have some tools, and then some various, like, you know, gathered vegetables as well. So I think going into this winter, we're decent. The only thing I'm concerned about at this point is we have a very low amount of stored logs. So what I'm actually going to do is take off one of our fishermen so that we have one more person collecting wood, because that needs to be a big priority now. And my house still hasn't been completely built. I may have been a little bit paranoid about building more houses and expanding my population, because now I feel like we don't really have very many people, like as many as we should have. But it's okay. We're still doing good. We actually have yet to have a alert in this episode of any low supplies, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and put another house down too. It'll take them a while to get to it, but I think it'll be nice to, you know, give them the right idea that we need to start having more of a population. And one thing I'd eventually like to do, I don't know if we'll get to it this episode, is since I started off in kind of a weird valley area, what may be easier for me than expanding over these mountains and stuff is if I actually just build a bridge and expand to the other side of the river. You can do that. So under, where's it at? Oh yeah. So under roads and bridges, there's actually a bridge option where you can just build across any, like, short river and stuff like that. And then I have all this resources and land over here that I can expand into. And I think that'll be a lot easier. I've had success with that in the past. So the one nice thing, though, about this location and being right on the mountains is you can eventually place a mine. It's right here. And the mines give you coal and iron, so you have to build them into a mountain though. So it's actually kind of nice that we have these mountains here, because I can eventually place a mine and get myself some extra coal and iron, even though I do have some pretty good iron deposits in the area. And the way I can tell that it's iron and not stone is the iron ones are just a darker gray. Just the nuances you pick up of playing hours and hours of Banished. Oh, and there's our first snow of the winter. Actually, we're lucky it didn't snow until early winter. Sometimes it can snow pretty early. It'll snow in spring. So right now, as you can see, our woodcutter has reached their fuel limit, and that's fine. I'm going to unassign the woodcutter for right now. I think 612 firewood is pretty substantial. Our amount of stored log has gone up to 95. That's still more than I would like. Oh shit. Okay, so we're gonna reassign the woodcutter because that stored firewood went down really quick. Did you guys see how fast that went down? That was a bad idea. I'm so nervous about firewood ever since that one time where all my entire civilization died because I didn't have firewood. I get so nervous. But anyway, we're up to 95 for stored logs, so that's not terrible. Stored stone's starting to get pretty low, and stored iron is okay. Food, I feel really good. I think we had a good productive year. So I think we're gonna keep clearing out this area just because there's a good amount of stuff here. And we're gonna speed it up again. Our average health actually did go up just a tiny bit. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, it had gone down to like 3.5 hearts. So building the herbalist did help a little bit. Obviously not a crucial part of your society, but I don't know, I'm kind of a perfectionist and I just like to have, you know, everything I can for the people. Obviously this society is still very, very early on, and a lot of your first few seasons are going to just be stockpiling supplies. So that's why I'm kind of just like fast forwarding a lot and, you know, letting the game run itself, because early on that's your most important thing. I'm going to deassign the woodcutter again. I know, you guys are going to get so sick of me talking about this woodcutter. And I'm going to build another house. If you press F, you get different house designs, which I think is cute because it kind of just adds to, I don't know, just adds to the aesthetic value of the game. So we're going to place down a couple more houses, just whenever they can get to them. It's really bothering me that I built that herbalist backwards because the door isn't facing that way, but whatever. Again, I'm a perfectionist. So they're still cutting down and clearing out these resources. Oh my god, we've had our first death. Ferding the hunter was trampled by a wild boar. Yeah, they can die of random events like that. I forgot about that. So, rest in peace, Ferding. You were a good hunter. So our population is actually decreased by 1. That sucks. So our food supply is actually doing great. I always feel more comfortable when our food supply is over 1,000. But what we're still struggling with is our resources. I'm actually going to take down one of the gatherers. That way we have 1 extra laborer. So we just had 1 more house get built, and we are now up to 20 people. So that's nice. Our population went up a bit. And we are now in early summer of year 3. Okay, so I actually had a new alert come up that a reserve of tools is low. And I'm pretty sure what we're going to need to do to fix that is build a blacksmith. Which sucks because I really just wanted to kind of stockpile some stuff, but that's okay. So we're going to build our blacksmith here, and hopefully get that taken care of. Our food supply has gotten pretty low as well, so we're going to focus on getting that food supply up and the stored tool supply up. Oh my god, this blacksmith is taking forever to build. As you guys can see, there are several citizens with this symbol over their heads, meaning their tools are broken. So, oh yes, finally. Oh my god. Okay, so we have a working blacksmith now. So hopefully we can get some tools, because we are up to 9 citizens with broken tools. I didn't even foresee that. I was so worried about all my other, like, crucial supplies. I've literally never run out of tools before. So, we have a blacksmith now. We are about where we were at the beginning of the year. Oh, actually lower now because I had to build this stupid blacksmith. But we're in late winter. Our food supply has gone back up. Our firewood supply is good. We have 4 laborers, so we are going to I wonder if we should build the bridge now. So a bridge is 4 wood and 1 stone per unit. But I mean, if I build it like... Oh. It's not really any good place to do this, is there? Let's try right here. I don't know if that's going to affect the fishing hut, though. Let's do it here. Oh, no. I hate that I have to do it diagonally like this. It's going to be so long. Okay, this is just a really crappy place to have a town. Okay, cool. There's a good place for it. Alright, so we now have a bridge being constructed. Hopefully that won't take too terribly long. I still have 9 citizens without tools. What the hell? But I have a blacksmith. Oh, you know what? It's because... No, we have the supplies. I guess he's just really slow. Linus, you gotta pick up the pace, man. There he goes, he's working. Doesn't help that his own tool is broken. Ooh, okay. So we have a bridge. Alright, well what I'm going to do is immediately clear out some of this area. The nice thing about having this bridge right here is we have a stockpile right here. So hopefully our peeps can get some supplies built up. I know my reserve of tools is low. My blacksmith is trying. Look, he has a whole stack of them on the ground here. He's just got to give them to people. There's like at least 6. Look at that! Yeah! What else is low? Reserve of logs is low. Okay, well they're working on that by crossing the bridge. Okay, so we are in late autumn now. I fast forwarded a bit just because I just was stockpiling. So I still have my citizens clearing out the other side of the river here. There's a nice deposit of iron here, which is nice because we are out of iron. I'm actually going to disable the blacksmith for a little while. We've got our supply of tools bumped up to 21, so I think that's pretty decent for the time being. Our stored log supply has gone up, but we are still hurting for stone. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode here. I think we did pretty well for this episode. We have really increased our population. We're up to 30 already. And our citizens are still relatively happy and healthy. Food supply is a little low, but it's going to go back up. And we have expanded to the other side of the river. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see me continue to play Banished, please stop back and subscribe so you can see future videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye!